Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about LINQ methods in C#. We will go through some of the most commonly used LINQ methods. So as you can see in this program example, we have a list of cars. Cars is a simple class which contains a color, number of doors and price, something that could be used to describe the car. And I created a list of cars, so we have a few objects inside that list. There is one car which is red and it has 3 doors with price of 15,000 and so on. So let's start with the first LINQ method, which is where. This method is used for filtering data from some kind of collection. Let's say that we want to filter out list that we have and we want to keep only the cars with 3 doors. We want to get rid of the objects of the cars which has 5 doors. We can do that by saying something like this. We need another list which is going to be called, let's say, filtered list, and we want to say something like this. So we are going to use where method and we need to specify how we are going to filter the data. We want to say that we want to keep only the cars with I think that I said 3 doors. Let's keep that as an example. So if this is the object of the car in this case, because we are iterating to the collection of this list which contains object of the cars. So if I say something like this, if number of doors is equal to 3, that means that I'm going to keep only objects with 3 doors, which in this case means that I'm going to keep only this one. But I need to add to list because this is going to return, as you can see, IEnumerable, which cannot be assigned directly to list. I need to add to list in the end. So what I did, if I put quickly some kind of breakpoint over here, and let's say that I add one print just to have some kind of code, end of the program, for example, it doesn't really matter, and I want to put a breakpoint there. So let's execute the program quickly. So let's see what we have in our filtered list. So there is only one object in that list, which is car which has 3 doors. That is something that we were expecting to see. So we successfully filtered out all the cars with 5 doors. So that was our intention. So as I mentioned multiple times, we are going to use where when we want to filter out the data. There could be any kind of condition over here, so you can play around with it. The next method could be, let's say, select. Select is very similar to where, but instead of filtering the data, we are going to create a new object. So let's create a new car list, which is going to contain only the IDs of the cars. Let's say, actually I don't have the ID, it could be the price of the cars. Prices, let's say. So I want to say something like this. Cars, select, and I need to say what I'm going to keep. So I could say something like this. This is the object of the car. I could call it, for example, car if it's more convenient for you. Let's say car dot I set prices. So what this is going to do, so this part of the code is going to create a new list, but what I did, I've said list of cars. So this code is going to create a new object. In this case, price is only double, so I could say something like this. So instead of creating another object of the car over here, I'm going to use only prices. So let's quickly check what we got. So our prices is going to look something like this. It has the prices of the all cars, because I said that I only need the price from the list of the cars. So I can do something like this. I can say that instead of the prices, I want to store the new objects of the car by saying something like this. Instead of the price, I want new object of the car, which is going to be created based on the data that we already have in the list. So let's say that price is going to be equal to car.price and so on. So as a result, I will get the list of new objects of cars. So let's keep it simple as it was, but I just want to share with you that you can do something like this. It's important to know that we are going to use select when we are about to make new objects. It could be different shape of data, it could be the same, for whatever reason you can do that, and so on. Let me quickly revert this part of the code. I can quickly do that by saying something like this. And I would say that's pretty much it what I wanted to show, speaking of select. Next one could be, let's say, any. So let's say that we want to check if any car in our list has 3 doors. If that's the case, we want true as a result. So we can say something like this: bool condition is equal to cars any, and we need to specify the condition. If any car, let's quickly remove this breakpoint. If any car has, I think that I said 3 doors, it doesn't really matter, but a number of doors is equal to 3. So if that's the case, we are going to get true as a result. Because we have the car with 3 doors, we are going to get true as a result. If I quickly execute the program, we can confirm that we got true. If I changed it quickly to, let's say, 7, there is no car with 7 doors, we are going to get false as a result. So it's often used in some kind of conditions and so on. There is also something called all, which is, as you can imagine, opposite of any. So let's say condition 2 is equal to cars dot all, and we want to check all cars have a price which is higher than 10,000. Car dot price is greater than 10,000. So we are expecting true as a result, because as you can see, all the cars have price which is greater than 10,000. So let's quickly execute the program and see what we got. But I need the breakpoint. So what we got true, because as I mentioned, all the cars have price which is greater than 10,000. If I quickly change this to, let's say, 12,000 and execute the program, we are expecting to see false, as you can see, because one of the cars has a price of 11,000. So there is also one more method that you can use. So let's say that we want to check the number of the elements in the list. You can say something like this: integer counter is equal to cars.count. So we are expecting to see 3 as a result. So if I quickly execute the program, we can confirm that we got 3 as a result. So as you can see, we have some kind of numbers, prices specifically. So let's say that we want to calculate the sum of the all cars in our list. We can do that by saying something like this: double total sum is equal to cars dot sum, and we need to say what we want to sum. So it should be car dot price. As a result, we are expecting to see the prices of all cars. Let's see what we got as a result. Total sum is 51,000. If we go to check the actual values, yeah, we can confirm that's the result that we were expecting to see. So next one could be, let's say, min and max value. So next one could be min, which is method used for checking the minimum value in some kind of list, let's say, some kind of collection. It doesn't have to be list. So we want to check what is the car with the minimum price. So min price is equal to cars dot min, and we want to say something like this: So we're expected to see this car because it has the lowest price. So if we quickly run the program again, we'll be able to confirm that we got 11,000 as a result because it is the lowest price of all cars. There is also, as you can imagine, the same thing for the maximum value. So let's say max price is equal to cars dot max, car is equal to car dot price. So we are expecting to see the 25,000. We quickly run the program, we can confirm that. There's a method first or default, which is going to find the first car in the list which match the specific criteria. So let's quickly do that. Car is equal to cars dot first or default. So we want to find the first car which has the 5 doors. So number of doors is equal to 5. So as a result, we are expecting to see on this car because it is the first car which has the 5 doors. We're going to skip this one, and the method is going to return second one as a result because it has 5 doors. So let's quickly check what we got as a result. So we got the second one because it has the price of 25,000. That is the result that we're expecting to see. There is also a method for doing the opposite, find the last or default is equal to cars dot last or default, and we can say exactly the same criteria condition. So we are expecting to see the last one because it also has the 5 doors and it is the last one. So if we execute the program, we are expecting to see the price of the object, which is 11,000, as you can see this one. So there is also one more useful that we are going to cover in this tutorial. So let's create a new list of cars, which is going to be a smaller subset of original list of cars. So let's say that you want to take only 5 cars from the actually we don't have 5 cars. Let's say that we want to take only 2 cars from the list. We don't need the last one for whatever reason. So let's say cars, there is a method called take, which is going to take the specified number of elements from the list and put it to the new one. So this subset is going to contain only those 2 elements. So let's execute the program and confirm that. So subset contains only 2 elements. The first one, and there is also a second one, which is the car with price of 25,000. So there are a few more methods, but I'm not going to cover them, at least not in this tutorial. I would say this is pretty much something that you will use on daily basis if you're planning to write the C# code. So it's important to know how to properly use them and what are the differences between all of them, because as I mentioned, it is something that it's being used at daily basis. So I would say that's pretty much it for this tutorial. I hope that you enjoyed, and see you in the next one.